Hi there, this is the Ilyin Zhenevsky trap for black in the Sicilian Scheveningen from his game against Nyholm in 1926. It's named after the famous Russian master Alexander Fyodorovich Ilyin, who was affectionately known as Zhenevsky, which in Russian means from Geneva, the city where he joined the Bolshevik revolutionaries. After e4 he played c5 the Sicilian, knight f3 and e6, d4, c takes d4, knight takes on d4, knight f6, white defends with knight c3 and d6. So we've got a Scheveningen system. After bishop e2, white challenges the knight with knight c6 and white just castles. Bishop e7 is met by bishop e3 and a6, all solid theory up till now. f4 is met by queen c7. The bishop now is rerouted to f3 and black castles. Queen d2, and this is where it starts getting interesting. Here black plays knight a5, common idea. That knight is heading for c4, where it's going to hit the queen and possibly trade with the bishop on e3. So to prevent the knight from getting to c4, white can play b3. But Zhenevsky here plays rook b8, idea being that pawn is heading for b5. And this is where white goes wrong. In fact, it's more or less drawish here, around equality. Perhaps a move like a3 or knight d1, as suggested by the chess engines, with about equality. But if that knight on c3 feels a little bit uncomfortable and reroutes to e2, possibly with the idea of playing a Maroczy like c4, then black here is already winning, because the knight on d4 is already very uncomfortable, and when hit that's not going to have any proper flight squares available. And black can take advantage of that poor knight on d4 with e5 striking immediately. Well, if the knight runs to f5, its only flight square, then bishop takes on f5 and e takes on f5. Well, then we have e4, and all of a sudden the bishop on f3 is being hit, has nowhere to go, and that bishop is dropping. White is losing. So instead of running to f5 immediately, if white first swaps f takes on e5 and d takes on e5, we've got similar consequences. The knight again being hit runs to the only square f5. Now after bishop takes on f5, e takes on f5, the same idea, e4 hits the bishop on f3 now that has nowhere to go. White has an in-between move in the meantime, with bishop to f4 hitting the queen and potentially the rook on b8, but the queen sidesteps over to b6, throws in a check, and after bishop e3 hitting the queen again, bishop c5, black now interposes, threatens to take the bishop on e3, and the game might continue. Bishop takes c5, queen takes on c5 check, and if knight d4, black certainly can win with e takes on f3, or drop the knight back first to c6 with more pressure on the knight on d4, and black is winning a piece and winning the game. So this has been the Ilyin Zhenevsky trap for black in the Sicilian Scheveningen. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.